Can you explain the difference between a sustainable policy versus a sustainable plan and why both matter?
Yeah, you can't have one without the other, effectively. Your policy is aspirational, qualitative rather than quantitative. Where
Mhm.
do you want to be 5 years from now with respect to sustainability, for example? And you would take into account what it is you actually produce. You would have done your assessment to find out what the impact is and how you can perhaps mitigate that. So effectively, here's everything we want to do. Now let's do a gap analysis. Where are we today relative to everything we want to do? And then that becomes your plan. So I've got a statement, a mission statement, if you will, that here's where my company positions itself with respect to sustainability. These are all the things we want to do. And now you have to do it. And the doing it becomes the quantitative side of it. So now you're going to set targets and you're going to march forward and try to hit those targets in terms of changing behavior, reducing emissions, and the like. So you would first start with a policy, you do your gap analysis, and then what comes out of that should be your plan. And we've got this plan, do, check, act, PDCA, and that's largely, you'll see that pretty much everything ISO does with respect to a management system. You do the plan. Okay, so we have the policy. We figured out what our impacts are going to be. We set our targets. Now we go about, set the plan. Now we do it. Well, now you have to check how well did you do? And then you set about another plan, in effect, where you act to fix where you did not do as much as you thought you should do for whatever reason. So plan, do, check, act is all part of this continuous improvement model where you move from policy to plan and the cycle continues again.